Welcome to Beware of Spoilers. I am Adam. So, last week we did a historical fiction, not historical fiction, a period piece, biopic, The Best of Enemies. This week we go and we do a animated children's movie, Missing Link, which has not fared well at the box office. I mean, yeah, there's some dilution going on. Not delusion, that's the wrong word. Dilution going on, because right now, still depending on where you are, you can get the most recent Lego Movie 2, the second one. You can get How to Train Your Dragon 3, which is phenomenal. Apparently, I haven't seen it yet. You can see those. You can see Captain Marvel if you have a kid. You can see Shazam if you have a kid. But there are plenty of things out now for kids that kids can see if you need to bring a kid into a movie theater. So I think Missing Link is just kind of flying under the radar. And typically productions from Laika Studios, that happens. The movies are phenomenal, where it's like Coraline, Kubo and the Two Strings. Now this one, what was the other one? Corpse Bride. All these movies are really good at Laika, but they don't fare well at the box office. But they get these cult-like followings after the fact, and people acknowledge these movies are good. And this is another very good entry. It's another great animated movie. It's gonna make the case as to why it should be in the conversation for Best Animated Picture this year. I can guarantee it. And the runtime, I think, too, is something that's I don't know if it's hurting or helping, but it's odd. It's only an hour and a half long, and it doesn't feel quite as long as other movies. And it doesn't quite drag either. So it feels short, and it is short, but it's really good. So, function what the movie's about is you have this disgraced adventurer who's having a rough time trying to prove mythical creatures exist. And he gets a letter to say, come find the Sasquatch. So he goes to find the Sasquatch, and he meets it. The adventure is played by Hugh Jackman. The Sasquatch is played by Zach Galifianakis. They meet, and the Sasquatch, who he calls Mr. Link for most of the movie, but he wants to be called Susan by the end of the movie. The Sasquatch says to him, "Look, I want to go to the Himalayas. I want to go and meet my cousins there because I have no family here." So, what was it? The adventurer, Hugh Jackman's character, agrees to take him on, and they go on this mission. I'm a little congested right now. I'm sorry. And that's basically the movie. It's basically a globe trotting. It reminds me a lot of what was the movie? Around the World in 80 Days. That's what it reminds me of. A lot, actually. And that's probably why I like it so much. Plus, I always like this, what's it called? This planes, trains, and automobiles buddy comedy, like, get from point A to point B adventure. Those movies are always very fun to watch, especially when you have two cast members who can play off of each other so well. And about halfway through the movie, they add in the third character, who's played by Zoe Saldana. And all three of them play off of each other very well, which makes it more entertaining. And in the event that you did a movie like this, and these characters didn't have chemistry, or it wasn't fun to watch, it would just be like another another animated movie gets crapped out by, probably Paramount. What else do I want to address? This is something I wanted to point out from the trailers. Not for this movie, but for the trailers aired before it. Why the hell is there a Dora the Explorer movie? And why are they trying to make it serious? It doesn't look good at all. And I can just guarantee that movie's going to get panned at the box office. It's going to make Hellboy look like Black Panther with the numbers it's going to put up. Toy Story 4 looks kind of okay. It's just going to be mildly entertaining, I guess. It's probably not going to be as good as the first three. But back to this one. It's just... it's very funny. It's like it does borrow a joke toward the end. It borrows a joke from Madagascar. It's definitely worth seeing. If you have a movie and you need to bring a kid to see a movie this weekend, I would definitely recommend bring them to see Missing Link. I saw it in 3D. I definitely think that was worth it. But 100%, if you can, go see this movie, especially in 3D. So yeah, I guess we'll wrap up there for today, because this really isn't something that I can really talk too deeply about, because it's only an hour and a half long, and the plot isn't anything special besides it hits all the usual cliches that you would hit. It hits, they get joined by a woman, they have a little fight, but it doesn't go too far, and they always reunite. There's a moment where the main character gets discouraged. It has to, pull himself back up. All the things that you would find as standard in a movie like this are all there, and they're done well enough. So I don't know how much more to add to this, to this review, because it's a cliched movie, yes, but it's a well done cliched movie. And if you're gonna do a cliched movie, at least do it well. So we'll wrap up there for today. Next week, obviously next Thursday, we have Infinity War. I'll probably see another movie between now and then. But 100% Infinity War is coming up on the schedule. Not Infinity War, Endgame is coming up on the schedule, and that'll be a great one. I just have a feeling about that. So until then, we'll wrap up for today. I'm Adam. You can follow me on Twitter at AdamTaylor792. We have a 30-minute review this week that is probably going to be entertaining to a lot of people. We talk about Star Wars and really dissect the trailer for The Rise of Skywalker. So tune in for that. That'll be up Thursday at around midnight, wherever you listen to podcasts. So we'll be back with that then. Have a great rest of your week.